Hey. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to our episode number 11. Welcome to the Angela Hayes podcast show. Uh, Life without no limits. So, we are super excited to come to you this afternoon. Just give me a moment, real quick. I just want to make sure that I share this information in this video with those on my personal page as well. How you doing this evening, Mr. Kenji?
Hey, I'm doing fine.
Ooh,
Yourself?
I'm doing well. I
Right.
want to welcome Kenji, our uh, media team here
Oh yeah.
at
Oh yeah.
GMT Radio. We want to give them a big shout out. Thank them for hosting this show.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give myself some hand claps.
Come on,
I'm gonna go ahead and
you
give
might as
myself.
well.
I'm gonna give myself my flowers while I'm here. You
Right?
know what I'm saying?
That's right. Give yourself a pat on the back. That's how we gotta do it, Kenji. Sometimes it's like that. We gotta
Hey,
encourage
if you
ourselves.
if you don't love you, who else gonna love
Right. Everything starts with us.
you?
So those of you that are listening, I don't know, my thing is not cooperating with me right now, but I want to ask that you would share this video with your friends, family, if with your frenemies, if there be any, just share this video with those because we just never know what someone needs. Here at the Angela Hayes podcast, our aim is to share information, insights, opportunities, and stories from business owners, entrepreneurs, authors, ministers, professionals, and community. And so we want to make sure that here we are here actually for the people.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? We are here for the people. And you know what? You are here for us. So if you're joining via YouTube or Facebook, just chime in on the feed. We want some active participants on the feed this evening. Tell us your name and where you're coming in from. Hello from Katy, Texas. Miss
Come on.
Carmen W is joining us all the way from Katy. So we welcome you here today, Miss Carmen, and we thank you for being a part of this broadcast today. Um, we do have, of course, you know that I'm excited. As you can see on the bottom of the screen, you have the deadline for the upcoming 2024 Powerful Journey Conference is April the 1st. That's your deadline to register. Yours truly will be one of the speakers, along with many other phenomenal authors. I'm telling you, we have walked this journey. We have
Mm.
walked it out, and we're still walking it out as we prepare for this conference. We are looking forward to what God is going to do in the place. We're looking forward to supporting one another. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's so important, Kenji, in this lifetime that we are of support
Right.
to one another. Because one thing about it, what we have is not it's not just for us. So it's for us to give. It's for us to share to the world,
Mm-hmm.
really. You know, and so I'm excited about my upcoming book. It's getting ready to hit the platform. I'm not saying yet which platform. So
You nervous?
no, I'm not nervous yet.
Yeah. But you ready?
I'm preparing.
Yeah.
I say that. Look,
Yeah.
I'm saying because favor uh preparation comes with um opportunities. So you sometimes opportunities doesn't present themselves unless we're prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really don't take this lightly. Uh, for the assignments that God is giving me in this season. And once you really start doing the work with yourself,
Mm-hmm.
on yourself, and allowing and opening up and allowing God to do the work,
Mm-hmm.
um, you start coming from a different perspective,
Yeah.
and you start understanding, especially in our day and age, people get so wrapped up, hyped up about the stage, about even something like this,
Right.
being on a platform, and really it's about purpose. It's about, you got to know that it is something that you are assigned to.
Mm-hmm.
You are
Mm-hmm.
assigned to. And trust me, this has been preparation for my life over and over and over, and still is
Mhm.
for things like this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so you can't just be coming out here and just
Any kind of way.
any kind of
Yeah.
way. And so you have to go through a process.
Mhm.
And I'm telling you, the process is lifetime.
Yeah.
It is not the process and it ends.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
And see, that's what I was gonna tell you. You had said it earlier when we was off camera.
Mhm.
The one thing is destination and journey.
Yes.
Two different things. Destination has got we got a certain point we get to.
Mhm.
Journey is it's just a journey.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're looking at when you talking about it's the journey.
Right. It's the journey.
It's the journey.
It's the journey.
Yeah, yeah.
And what you do on this journey
Yeah.
will determine, okay, what doors you walk into,
Yeah.
what opportunities
Yeah.
attract to
Right.
you.
Right.
And then I'm at a place too now in my life,
Yeah.
in my business,
Right.
in my personal life. Everybody that is not gonna have access to me. And I don't mean that to say that I'm thinking I'm better than anybody, but now I understand the value of what I have, and then not only that, the value of time.
Exactly, value of time. Because what happens is 5 minutes ago we never can go back and get that.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
We
never
cannot.
can go back and get that. So that time is valuable, and a lot of people, I think a lot of people waste a lot of time.
Yes.
I have wasted a lot.
Oh,
of time,
I have too.
So
I'm guilty.
not just talking about just
them out there, right?
I'm talking about
us, right?
And so the one thing that I was talking to my wife before I came in here, and I was telling her that the one thing that I'm trying to do now is I'm really trying to just get to know the things that I like, the things that I like to do, the things that matter to me,
right?
And just try to do those things. You understand
what
I'm saying?
Right.
Really
That's
try to
good.
live my life. Because I for years for it's just been dedicated to giving.
To giving to others.
Giving.
Yeah.
And it's now we know we're supposed to give.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you gotta enjoy. God gave you a life too.
That's right. And that is so true. And it's not that we are saying it in a selfish way, because everything starts with us.
Right.
And sometimes coming through life, we can be so focused on doing things for other people, giving other people this, that, and a third.
Giving them you.
Right. And then when you look up the road 20 years later, and it's like, man,
you done gave all of you away, ain't nothing left.
Right. Or I'm worn down.
Yeah.
Or I haven't done anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you just take travel for instance. I haven't traveled outside the state or the country or what have you, or I haven't just taken that time for me. And that is not a selfish thing at all, because you cannot pour, it's the saying, we cannot pour from an empty cup.
Look, I'm gonna say this here. How can I be good to you when I'm not good to myself?
Right.
How can I take care of you and I'm not taking care of myself?
Absolutely.
It's not logic. That's no logic in it.
None
for
whatsoever.
Me, it's no logic in there. So in order to be a good for you, I have to be good to myself first and foremost.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I have to make sure that I'm feeding myself the right things, spiritually, food, just words,
you there.
Placing myself around people that's depositing positive things in me. You know
right. So, speaking words of life. And it makes a difference, because our ears are portals, and sometimes you don't realize, if you hear certain words and you're around it all the time, you may think, oh, that didn't affect me, but somewhere down the line you may just be sitting and thinking, and all of a sudden you just hear something come up out of your spirit, a thought comes to your mind. It's because words are seeds,
and it's just like a job. So you spend most of your time at work. Them, like, if the boss having a bad day,
right,
and say certain things to you, if you ain't got it together, it's gonna affect you a certain way, and then start making your day
right That's true.
You understand what I'm
That's
saying?
true. That's
Start
true.
making your day, and then
Yeah.
next thing you know, you carrying it home. Now
Mhm.
you taking it out on your kids.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I used to tell
Yeah.
my wife would call me, and she would be like, "Man, this here happened," and I'd just be like, "Look, I can't fix that because I'm not there. I
Mhm.
can't fix it.
Right.
So what you have to do is you have to go in the restroom, go get to a quiet place, and
Mhm.
just say a prayer.
Right. Right.
Just say a prayer,
Yeah.
and then that's gonna get you through whatever it is that you, because I can't
You
fix it.
got to get through it.
You know what I'm
Yeah, that's
saying?
true.
And
Yeah.
so,
It does
the
make a
word, the
difference.
words,
Yeah, it used to be this saying when I was. We used to say this when we were growing up as kids. My sister, my siblings, and friends, and
mhm,
everything. We used to say, because as children, you know how you are with
right,
siblings. You talk to each other, and you talk
right,
about each other and to each other and all of that. And
right,
so you'd say, word sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never harm me.
yeah,
Well, I found that is not a true statement. The words is it can hurt you more
man,
than anything else, and so that's one of the components that I'm dealing with
yeah,
in my book that's coming out, More Than Meets the Eye,
yeah.
Made in His Image.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you this here about the words based on what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
When you relying on people,
Mm-hmm.
those words,
Mm-hmm.
the people who you rely on,
Mm-hmm.
those words
Can make you
can,
break it.
boy.
Yeah. 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 Can make you break it.
If you relying on your husband and he
Mm-hmm.
say a certain thing, you could break. If
Yes.
you relying on your wife, for men, if we relying on our wives,
Mm-hmm.
if she say a certain thing, it can make us feel super small.
That's true.
You
That
understand what I'm
is
saying?
true.
You go to
Yeah.
work and you relying on them to give you that raise, and they don't give you that raise. They
Oh.
tell you no. That's a
Yes.
word, no.
Yeah.
And then that affects you a certain way. You
It
know what I'm saying?
does.
So
I've been
we
there.
gotta pay attention to who we relying on.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
like we really gotta pay
We
attention
got
to
to pay
that.
attention to that. Yeah, and the one we really
Need to
need to
rely
be
on.
relying on is
Yeah,
the Lord Himself.
yeah.
And that's good you said. And we're gonna get to the video in just a moment. But I was thinking about that today. A lot of times people have, they think because they have this, that, things, you true happiness, joy, peace,
Yeah,
even love,
yeah,
you married, um, it's not in the things. And yes, we should have good things and nice things, but that should not be where
that shouldn't be
our
the reason.
dependency and
Yeah.
our reliance should
Mm-hmm.
be on, because those things does not make us happy.
Yeah.
A lot of times things,
They
people
come and go.
portray,
Yeah.
like they're happy because, okay, I'll say for instance, a woman, you carrying a Gucci bag
Yeah.
or a Louis Vuitton,
Yeah.
a Gucci, Louis,
Yeah.
you name it.
Yeah.
It don't matter. It's not in the bag.
Yeah.
That's it. And I just keep coming back to my book because every time we talk about this, more than meets the eye. That's part of what I'm talking about in the book. There
Right.
is more to us. I've said this before on this broadcast. There is more to us than meets the eye.
Right.
So, and we have to do the work.
Right.
We have to sit and reflect. We have to do the introspective work
Right.
on us.
Now, I'm gonna say this here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, happiness. Okay, so for me, in my where I'm at in my mind now, the happiness is not in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
My happiness is being able. I want to be put myself in a position where I can be happy enough that I'm doing the things that I need to do to be. If I want a Gucci bag,
Mm-hmm.
I can go get it.
Mm-hmm.
If I want a Chanel bag,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
right.
I don't want no Chanel bag because that's but if you want to, you doing the things to put you in a place where you living good, you happy about your life,
mm-hmm.
where you can go. If you want to do those things, you can do
you can,
it.
you can do it. Yeah.
But praising those things, and you broke, you down to your last, $100, and you want to go put it on
right.
That's
yeah,
not,
praising those things and thinking that you're so much better than someone else because they don't have that, or perhaps they can't afford it, but you have it. That's not where it's at, So yeah, oh man,
just being happy, like I say, man. I'm just in the space where I just, man, I just want to be able to I want to find joy in being able to do whatever it is that I want to do, as far as just living my life,
living your life. Yeah,
because I'm not a cruise person. I'm not. I don't really want to go just see the. That's cool if I do it,
right.
but for me, sitting at home, making sure I got a good movie to watch, and maybe want to eat something good.
But you sitting in peace.
Yep, but I'm in peace.
Come on, and you and your wife that's loving each other.
Yeah.
You know, you and your children loving each other. So
them little boogers, they can nah, my kids grown, so love them to death. Yeah.
It's all good, but yeah, so it makes a world of a difference. And again, it goes back to us.
Man,
it goes. Oh man,
yeah.
It goes
when
back.
You love yourself, you start putting yourself. When you start loving you, and I think that's two things. I think that for me, it's two things. I've learned to appreciate, and I'm learning to understand that life is a gift.
It is. You better say
life
that.
Is a gift.
You better say that.
And me understanding that part right there,
yes,
makes me want to do better.
It's a gift.
It's a gift, and it ain't promised to you.
It's not. It's a gift with a multitude of His grace and His mercies.
Man,
you know.
And so that part right there makes me want to understanding that part makes me want to eat better. It makes me want to exercise,
take care of the temple.
It makes me want
come on, Kenji.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
do better with
me. Right. Yeah, because you're right. I know we all excited. We all excited because I'm there too. You know, so even with my development, and my relationship, with the Father,
right.
He deals with me even about my natural eating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh man, there's so much to it. But anyway, and now I'm seeing that, okay, well, you know what, Angela, you might need to knock this out your diet now. Now. Or you might just eat that every now and then. And you know what? The more I exercise that fruit of self-control, I don't even miss it.
Yeah.
I don't desire it like I want to, like I used to.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm realizing that He is doing something, because there's a preparation that He's doing for a reason. And see, like for instance, our immune systems.
Yep.
So sometimes that he'll deal with you, or he'll speak to you. I don't know why I'm here, about your immune system. And He's asking you, or wanting you, or nudging you to adjust. And that's what we're talking about, pivot, learning to pivot. But we're learning to pivot from every aspect of life. And so we segue into that. But He may tell you, because all pivot is a modification or adjustment or doing something different in a different way. Yeah. Can we go to the can we go to the commercial now? Y'all bear with us, because we in it
for the speakers.
Yeah, so we getting ready for the Powerful Journey Conference. So meet our speakers. All right. So there you have it, everyone. That is our speakers for the Author Journey Conference coming up. Actually, coming up on April the 20th next month in McKinney, Texas. So that you have met the authors, and we're looking forward to that. If you have not gotten your ticket, remember you can get a virtual or an in-person ticket. But those of you that are in support of us, I am so grateful and appreciative to you for your love and your continual support. So I want to ask the audience a question this evening. I want to ask those that are on Facebook, those that are on Instagram. I'm sorry, not Instagram, but YouTube. Have you ever had to pivot in your life? Have you ever had to pivot in your life? I mean, if we of some age, we didn't have to pivot.
Oh yeah.
And then if you've had to pivot, whatever aspect of life it is, it could be in your relationships with your family, it could be in your business, it can be in your career, it can be, as we were saying before we went to the commercial, it can be in your health, your eating. Have you had to pivot? And if you've had to pivot, what area of life has that been? Put your feedback in the comment section, because it may help someone else also. So let's see. Miss Carmen has said we have to be careful not to allow things to become our idols. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so that means things, people, all of that. And she has also said all the time, I am in the process as it is relates to employment. So yeah, that's a good one. So I want to share, because I just kept hearing this word pivot resounding. It started, I want to say, on the end of last week. I just kept hearing the word. Now, of course, when something comes to you, a lot of times, well, it's for you to be the first partaker of it. I mean, it applies to me, so I'm not without application,
right?
And so I could see where it was some things now that I know that I need to pivot in,
right?
Or I am pivoting,
in the process,
right, in the process of. And so, and I like to be transparent, because one of those things for me is changing my business model. Yeah. So yeah, changing my business model, and I don't want to go into details right now, but yeah, changing my business model, because what we have to understand sometimes, there's seasons of life. So just like we have natural seasons, fall, winter, spring, and summer, that's how our life is. Right. Sometimes we're in seasons. Right. Yeah. And in those certain seasons, there's a certain time for certain things. And not only that, we do something a certain way in those specific seasons. And so and I just want to define to our audience, because all of us know what it is. Well, I already said it. It's adapting, it's adjusting, it's modifying something. Right. It may be a product. You're in business, you have products like your shirts on. Today, new shirt today. Pay attention. We got the new shirt going on. So it may be a service. This is in businesses, but in life, it may be a strategy of some kind. So I found out that a lot of times, I started really learning this over a few years ago, is when I was in my stuck place. And that, again, I'm transparent, that was in ministry. That was in other things in my life. It was because I needed a new strategy. I needed to make some modifications. I needed to make some changes again in my life.
You said something that it really just dawned on me. And we've heard it before, but when you said it, it really just dawned on me. Seasons, like life is never gonna be one season.
No.
You're gonna go through different seasons in life, and if you really understand that life is a gift and there's gonna be seasons, ebbs and flows.
Yes.
it's gonna be up, it's gonna be down, it's gonna be winning, it's gonna be losing, it's gonna be a peace, it's gonna be because it, anytime there's disruption, and I'm just saying it from experience. Anytime there's disruption, that means that something else is something is being planted, something is
shaping,
something is gonna be birthed. It's gonna be birthed from that disruption. You know what I'm saying? And so and it's just, you got to remember, it's just a season.
It's just a season.
It's just a season.
It's not gonna last forever.
It's not gonna last forever.
Yeah.
Because how many times, if you a listener, if you tuned in, how many times have you said to yourself, "Man, I ain't never think I was gonna get out of that."
Oh man, I could go back to my childhood.
You understand what I'm saying?
Let me tell you, it's not even in my adulthood.
Yeah.
I can go all the way back to my childhood, and remember saying that, "Are we gonna ever get out of this situation?"
And then when you come out, man,
and you look back,
I didn't think I was gonna ever get out of
it.
It
looked like it was forever. And it looked like there was no way out.
And then guess what? Oh man, you got me chills.
Come on.
You went through that, and look where you are today.
Yeah.
You had to go through whatever it is that you went to get, because that's what built you.
Wow.
And made you for this. Whatever it is we're doing now.
Yes.
I had to go through what I went through, because now I can sit down and I could talk to a younger guy, and I could say, "Hey man, I walked in them shoes."
Right.
I walked them shoes.
Right.
And I could tell
him
that ain't going nowhere.
That's not going nowhere. That's it.
I remember I used to say, "Man, I love my hood," and man, guess what?
The hood.
Y'all now I can give back to the hood.
Come on.
I can give back. And I understand that now.
Right.
I can give back. I want to give back. But
right.
Y'all can have it.
And that's how I feel, Kenji, because like, even that's one of the reasons why I wrote my book. You know, I can say to a young lady, "Look, man, that dude he just giving you something that's empty."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and focus on you. Focus on whatever it is. It may be it's for some, it is education.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody. Some it may be a business, because I'm finding out it's more young people that's birthing out businesses now, because there we go again. The seasons have shifted. And business and entrepreneurship is what's being birthed out, right? And so I remember, our parents, grandparents, people in the community, teachers and all that. And trust me, I'm not knocking education. I'm pro education, because I'm trying to go back to school my own self.
Right.
But that's what it was. Go to school, get a good job. But then when the industry, we talking about pivot, y'all, learning to pivot. When the industry shifted, then you had people that had a degree in business that was went to work in the plants. Now, the plants have paid good money though, but I'm just saying, you see what I'm saying?
They didn't use the degree.
Absolutely. You got people getting degrees as an engineer, and they got to go take another type of employment because the industry shifted. And so that's why I really applaud a lot of the young people now, because they don't mind stepping out in faith, without fear, to develop, to build a business. And so sometimes we get stuck. See, we're going back to this stuckness. I'm telling you, it's time. We have to pivot. And when we learn how to pivot, we have to allow our mind, we have to be open
you can't be
to
scared.
change.
You can't be
right.
Pivot.
And sometimes when you got a little, I'm not sure, you just got to do it afraid.
That's the time. And you know what? That's the key right there. Doing it afraid.
Doing it afraid.
That's a key.
Doing it afraid, because faith without works is dead.
And I'm gonna tell you something, man. I look back. I was just listening to what you were saying about like people working in plants and stuff like that, and it's amazing. And all this tying into seasons and everything. So it's amazing how in our era, in our era.
Yes.
I think I might be a little
Yeah,
bit
we the
older than you.
same. We the
Okay.
same.
So in our era,
Uh-huh.
during that time, school was different from where it is
Oh,
now.
yes, it is.
But it was for us.
Right.
It was for us
It
in
was.
our era.
Right.
It got us to this right here.
Mm-hmm.
School, like you were saying, you ain't knocking school.
No.
But school
Never.
nowadays
Uh-huh.
is on YouTube. School nowadays
Yeah.
is on hand, is
Mm-hmm.
getting information.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
You
don't need a 4-year degree to be a millionaire these days.
YouTube University.
Within a year.
Yes.
If you know what you're doing, learn the algorithms and all
Right.
that stuff, man, you can be a millionaire within a year.
And see, and going back to education, because you still have to educate yourself in that.
Yeah.
You still have to probably get certified
Yeah.
to some degree in that.
Mhm.
You still have to educate yourself
Right.
in that. So there's still that component of education never leaves.
Yeah, it's still there.
But again, when you pivot,
That's
you
it
open
right there.
yourself up to new ways
yeah,
of doing
to
things,
new ways of learning.
new strategies.
Oh,
yes,
man.
new ways of learning.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
it right there.
That's it. You
Because
know,
we can't be stuck in where we was.
mm-hmm.
We can't be stuck in our era. Because if we stuck in our era, technology, everything's
It's gonna pass you
us
up.
right
It's
on
gonna
up.
pass you up.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
and then you try to fit old models into new models,
which don't work. It don't work.
You know, old paradigms.
Yeah.
And God is trying to give you a new paradigm, whether that's your business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether that's how you doing life
Yeah.
with your significant other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether that's how you doing life with your children, whether that's how you doing life with your parents, you know, and the list goes on.
Even loving.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you got to pivot in love.
Yeah, you do.
Because if we take the old model, listen to what I'm saying. If we take the old model,
yes,
man, you can meet somebody with the click of a button now. Now, on our era, we got on a bike.
Yeah,
we had to ride to the girl house. We had to get dropped off.
Yeah. Wait.
We had, you know.
Yeah.
We had to sneak.
Look. Wait. Well, see, if you, I grew up in the country, so you had to come to the house.
Yeah, knock on the door.
Knock on the door.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, talk to your parents or what have you. Yeah,
and so,
absolutely.
And so now, if you don't get with what's new, you lost, because you could meet somebody and they'll say, "Just DM me."
Yeah,
and you looking like
text you.
Okay, well, what is the D? You know,
right?
Like,
what is DM?
You feel me?
Yeah.
So if you're not with the new times,
right?
Loving is. I mean, and you say, well, what they got to do with love? When you meet people, you build relationships different now.
Yes,
you don't sit. People are texting. My kids will be in the next room,
right?
And text me,
right?
And then they'll be. I call, they know it's me, and won't answer the
phone, but they texting you. Yeah, because that's the way they.
And do you know I got shoot through with me if I'd have done something like that?
Oh yeah, there's no way we couldn't do that.
Yeah,
we would almost get our head knocked off for walking in the presence of people sitting in the room, and you didn't speak.
Oh man,
what? You almost got your head knocked off.
And so the times, pivoting
is key
in every area. And
pivoting is key, and I want to go back to love.
Oh man,
you know, as a and I, you know, I'm putting that out there because you know, and people that know me know that I'm single,
right?
You know, but everybody that's gonna listen to this video might not know that, so I'm gonna put that out there.
Right.
See, a lot of people single like me, a single Christian woman wouldn't be bold enough to do that. But how is it that a gentleman going to know? He may have be piquing some interest.
Yeah.
How is he gonna know?
Yeah.
If okay, she is single.
She is single. So now, because I don't mean no harm, but I can shoot my shot.
Right. So, and then another thing, I want to go back to the loving. You have to. I don't want to say this. I want to make sure this is good. You have to expose yourself. So this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
One of my mentors said this to me several years ago, or just said this to a group of us. If you're, because you know, I do aspire. I do aspire to be married, right? And so, in other words, you got to expose yourself.
Yeah.
Mr. Right Now ain't coming to the house. Okay,
Nah,
now let's see your plumber.
nah.
The FedEx,
Yeah,
Amazon,
yeah.
man, you
And
have
guess
to
what?
get out.
And guess what? Guess what? With that, guess what?
Mm-hmm.
With that, it could be the Amazon man.
Well, it
It could
could be.
no, but I'm saying no.
It,
I'm saying even if they come, they ain't saying nothing.
right.
They just throwing the package
Right.
and then burn it out.
They gone.
They gone.
Yeah. Oh.
They ain't trying to take no. Ain't nobody trying to take no time out to sit down with you on your porch.
Right.
And sit down and hey, how you doing? It's oh, and then guess what? That's called what you said. It's called profile. Status. People want to know. People go to your Instagram,
right,
and your Facebook, and look and see. Okay,
what's the status?
Is she man? If they ain't going there, and you don't put it out there, then
right, how they gonna know? And see, and I say this too. Lord have mercy. I don't know why we talking about relationships,
but it's called pivot.
It's called pivot
in every aspect.
Right, right.
If you stick with the ain't nobody gonna know you single.
Nobody.
And if you try to meet somebody,
and see, and that's the thing, and this is see, my favorite thing. Grocery shopping is not my favorite thing to do. Trust me, it's not. I would love to have a personal chef. I would love to have a personal shopper.
Right.
But sometimes when I go to the store, and not just the grocery store, it could be Ross or TJ Maxx or anything. I'm coming out there smiling because I'm glad I went to the store. Reason why I say that is because what happens a lot of times, I encounter people.
Yeah.
And that encounter for that day was a great blessing to me. Or I met somebody that I connected to.
Yeah.
We may have it may be in a business contact. It may you just never know. So even though I don't always want to do that, again, I get out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And because I love people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And used to when I was working, I would be like, well, I deal with people all the time. I don't feel no, but you got to, it's nothing like it. And you know one thing that I've learned, Kenji, you never know who you're going to meet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, we limit ourselves when we don't get out of that box, out of our comfort zone.
Right.
And so, again, learning how to pivot, just sometimes making those slight modifications, showing up. Look, show up at the park.
I'm glad you brought this topic because, again, a lot of people are scared to pivot.
Yeah.
But you just because you so used to the norm.
Right. The same old, same old.
The same cycle.
The same old, same old.
And then if you sit back and really look at it, look at that cycle and look at where it's really taking.
Right. How is it working? And that's where the honesty with ourselves and what we're doing comes in.
I got up 3:00 this morning. I looked at my shirts, and I'm being honest with you. I looked at my shirts, and I said, "Okay, I got a style of shirt, true, which I like, but let's do something a little bit more elegant.
Yes,
do something. We're gonna get high quality shirts,
right?
Because the thing about it is I'm not trying to. I want to have something for everybody. So this morning I got up and pivoted to something a little bit more.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Can put this on a polo shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can put it on button down.
So my business, my t-shirt business is going to be top notch when I drop the website.
Come on.
Because I'm pivoting.
Right.
I'm in the process.
You're in the process.
So when I do put the website out there, now you can go order if you want to. You can go order. Go to Instagram, GMT Radio.
Right. Come on. Order the shirt. Order the shirt.
This is new, but pivoting.
Yes.
Pivoting.
Yeah. Yeah. And and that was something I had in my notes when we're willing to pivot. It was actually talking about innovation and creation.
Yeah.
And so then we allow ourselves to innovate.
Yeah.
And we allow ourselves to create.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so even like with your shirts. And so then even with my book project, as I worked more, as it started coming, just coming out more, and now that it's complete, and then I got tasked with doing a workshop at the conference. So I thank God for my destiny helpers, those destiny helpers out there. I love you. I so appreciate you. And so that was stretching me, right?
Yeah.
And so, but as I continue to work on that, God is showing me something that's coming out of that,
Yeah.
a design, a creation,
Yeah.
an innovation, and so had I not opened myself up to the opportunity,
Yeah.
that was presented to
You wasn't
to me at
scared
the
to
time,
pivot.
right? Hey, doing it afraid, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm excited
Every time,
because that's
every
why I
time.
was saying the business model is going to change,
Yeah. And
and I see it,
yeah.
Even as it relates to this.
Every time we walk out the door, every morning we taking a chance.
I know. Yeah.
Every day we walk out that door, we taking a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is I'm gonna take a chance. I might as well just live it to the fullest.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And
Absolutely.
understand. This is a key thing that Angela, that I just want people to really get. You got to find out what Angela like.
Yeah.
You got to find out what Angela don't like.
Yes.
You got to find out what makes Angela happy.
Yes. Self-awareness.
If you do that and then understand that life is a gift, understand pivoting.
Yes.
I'm telling you, you'll cut yourself a lot of stress.
Yes. You will.
And then you know your triggers. Like I was telling you earlier, I had to understand being mad. I had to understand that I'm not mad.
Right.
It's just me emotionally trying to get into my emotions and sort my emotions out.
Yeah.
When I get quiet.
Yeah, processing.
But I thought I was. I looked at it as, man, I'm getting mad. But when I really spent time with myself, okay, you're not really getting mad. You just really just trying to it's something that happened, and now you're just trying to emotionally adjust. Right. Adjust to.
Understand. That's good.
And when you emotionally adjusted, you as a person, you get quiet.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with
it. And see, and that's you knowing yourself.
Exactly.
That self-awareness is so important. And like you said, you have to know what Kenji, Kenji, Angie, Carmen, John, whoever on the line, you got to know what you like. Exactly. You got to know your weaknesses even much. And so when you become self-aware, then you'll be better prepared for anything that comes along.
You know how I got to that point? The last 4 days. I'm just being honest with you. The last 4 days, I've sat with me.
Man, I tell you. See,
this is what I'm saying. I didn't even much understand. If I wouldn't have sat with myself these last 4 days, I wouldn't have never looked at myself and say, you don't really get mad about stuff when you thought you was getting mad, but it's just you sorting your emotions out. Because I am an emotional person. So I have to go inside my head. That's when I get quiet and I start sorting things. Okay, why? But people will take it as, oh, he mad.
Right.
I'm not mad. Because when I get mad, I understand now. When I get mad, I don't deal with you though. I don't deal with that situation.
Yeah.
I dismiss myself from that situation, and then you probably won't see me.
Right.
Like you seen me before.
Right.
And I'm not talking about angry. I just don't deal with that situation. Right. Because I want to pull myself away from the drama. But that's called pivoting too. That's learning me.
Right. Learning you. And that you said 4 days. It does not take, I'm telling you, when you open yourself up to it don't take God long at all, because not only are you sitting with yourself,
Lord.
Not only are you sitting with yourself, but he's there right there, and he's the one that's downloading into you, and he's the one that's showing you how you were wired. He made you. You know what I'm saying? And so I love that, because understanding it don't take long for us to really see us for us.
Man.
And I'm gonna say this, Kenji, because with you saying that, what happens, and I've done it. I've done it. Trust me, I've done it. You look, you're searching, and you going to this one. You're calling this one. Are you thinking, okay, what you think about that? Are you telling them about this, that, and another, and you're looking for
that answer.
The confirmation. You're looking for the validation. You're looking for the affirmation from other people, or somebody to co-sign with you. But what it is, sometimes Sometimes people are scared to sit with themselves because they don't really want to know the real truth
That's key.
of what God is really, the message he's trying to get to them for themselves. But I will say this to our audience. He is not trying to harm you. He's just trying to get something to you, and he's trying to get something through you.
Sit with yourself. I'm
See,
telling you.
I'm telling
I'm
you,
telling you, man. Look,
that's been my whole
the last
life
4 days, I really sat with myself.
in the
My wife
last
went
year.
out of town, and I was supposed to go drive. I was supposed to do other things, but I just told God, I said, you know what? I'm gonna just sit in silence. I'm gonna sit with you, and I'm gonna sit with me, and that part right there is going. It changed up how I'm looking at everything.
Your perspective.
Yeah,
it changes your whole perspective on life, and on just all together. It changes your whole perspective.
So people, if you tuned in, pivoting,
this is good.
Pivoting, man. We probably have to come back to
We
this.
gonna have to. We got to come back next week on this one. Hey, Sister Sandra. Thanks for joining us on Facebook. We gonna have to come back to this one because there's a lot more to this audience, and we're just we're learning to pivot. We're in the ring with you, all of us. We have to learn how to pivot. Try this week. Just try to do as Kenji said here today. Sit with yourself. Just take a few. Don't even. I turn off the phone, turn off the TV. Everything. I'm telling you, I want to talk about that too because TV is a big waste of time too. But anyway, it's times we should be, but I'm saying when we really need to be doing some things. So sit with yourself and get your tablet and just start writing down. Maybe some of the stuff you may discover about yourself may not be the prettiest, but that's okay. That's okay.
It is,
because it's going to work something for it works a good thing in you.
I just say this and then we get in. You know better.
You do better.
You do better.
Yeah. Right.
Bottom line.
Right.
You know better, you do better.
Right. Yeah. You know better, you do better. And using the same old model, the same process, the same strategy, it cannot work in a new season. Now, the word puts it best like this. You can't put old wine into new bottle skins because it's going to burst. So
sit with yourself. That's the key thing. Sit with yourself.
Sit with yourself in silence, in quietness, and just open up to the new. To the new you. So God bless everyone. I thank you all for joining this podcast, the Angela Hayes podcast, Life with No Limits. It has been a pleasure to serve you today. And again, we give special acknowledgement to GMT Broadcasting for having this show. God bless you all. Have a wonderful week. Sister, she started get the message so you can transform. Oh, she started chiming in. Can put new wine in old minds. That's what she said. How you doing? I said, y'all gonna make me preach up in here tonight.